Alright, so this was originally a live commentary, but I messed up the audio, so I have to do this in post. We are doing a spawn tour today, and we are going to check out the 4 spawns of the server, starting from the most recent and current spawn, leading all the way back to the original spawn. Here we have the first spawn, which was created by Eskimo Bobs, and it was done as a contest. It has 3 main areas with the parkour on the left right there, the Valentine's Day thing, which can change for holidays and special events, and then the portal area, which I just came out of. This audio probably won't be as interesting as the original audio, because you will have a much more, how should I put it, a much more straightforward message. Most of the buildings around this spawn are new because this is 1.7 spawn, so it's actually fresh. Things haven't really been developed, and that's a good thing because it's not overly barren. So I just showing off the spawn. What I talk about here is how there used to be a problem where, nope, actually I talk about that a bit further, but I'll talk about it now anyway. There used to be a problem where villagers were spawning due to a villager breeder right next to spawn, which caused a large problem, which you can see off in the distance, which I just pointed out right there. And now I'm walking towards it. There are not many villagers in it now, so it's pretty good. It used to cause a lot of lag, and people who didn't have good computers like I didn't couldn't handle being even near spawn, so it was a big problem. So from here, I am heading to the previous spawn, which was known by many names. It was New Haven spawn, mostly. It was the main spawn for quite a long time, and it's still, the area around it is still pretty heavily used. Not directly around it, but in the nether tunnel. I think I was checking the wiki or the Reddit for this. Here I show it off. It's not as intricate as the current spawn, but it gets the job done. It was a nice spawn. Had everything that was needed around it. It is surrounded by a lot of things. It was very cluttered, which is something that we tried not to do with the most recent spawn. And I just go around showing off the rest of spawn. I don't really go too far into the area around all of the spawns because there's just too much to explore in one video. So, oh, I'm just killing a creeper. Don't want to blow up anything. So I just go to the top of here, and that QR code in the background, which I will show a better view of, I'm pretty sure leads to the subreddit, which I actually type in chat in a moment. And like I was saying in the actual live commentary, I don't know if I'll remember to put it in the video description. If I do, it'll be down there. If not, it's right there in the chat. So, very, very soon, we're gonna head to the second spawn of the server, which is known as Compass Spawn or Crafton Spawn. It was a spawn that I had actually never seen before this, so it was new to me. I had been on the rail because it leads to the end farm, but I had never actually been to that spawn. So, found something new today. Several new things, actually. I was just showing off how this nether rail went off in 2 directions and had many, many places leading. Just showing some of the signs here. And from here we go to the next spawn. Here is the sign. It wasn't very big, so I actually almost missed it. Those signs I noticed. There is a lot of stuff around, and it's cluttered just like everything else. I was expecting that to break a mill, and then I noticed there was no pistons. So here is the spawn prior to when I was on the server. I was confused at first, had no clue where to go. Noticed that, and then I realized it's probably not where. So I decided to go up, and realized I'm in the middle of a fountain. The spawn's really simple. You can tell that the spawns are getting simpler as we go back. It just has a fountain with nether portals and then cardinal directions telling you which direction is which way. There seems to be a lot of building around this one, not as much as the New Haven spawn. New Haven was very cluttered. This spawn is a little more spread out, but it's still quite cluttered compared to new spawn at the moment. I was just exploring a little bit. I laughed because that says under renovation, and it will probably never be finished because this is rarely visited. I was just checking out the area. Then I just decided to see what was up in this direction, which led to nothing. So from here we end up going to the first spawn of the server, which this one I had seen in a video before, but the one prior to this I never seen. In fact, I even had to ask the people on the server that were there before me how to get to it. It was down a rail and then in like some dark depths of nether rails. This spawn is very simple. It was just buildings that were empty surrounding nether portals. And you can even see there have been problems with nether portals in the roof. And I just go down one of the areas and explore a little bit. I think I was checking the subreddit to see if anything was talked about for this. So this is original spawn, also known as main spawn. It was the first spawn of the server, so it is very, very simple. And from here I explore this, which is a sports arena, which seemed to be just used for spleefing, which I found out. And I am confused because I didn't realize that the button I just hit is the spectator button. That one is the one to get in. And there's just a spawning area with 2 spleefing arenas on either side. I assumed from that point that it was spleefing. This side's a little more confusing, but I assume it was still for spleefing because there's an area below it that you can access, which I show over here. So I'm assuming both games were spleef, maybe just different variants. Right here's when I actually noticed that that's the spectator button that I hit the first time. And from here I just walk over, notice that I cannot get into this building because it is locked. Then I just turn around, check out this area. I don't even recognize that person's name, so I'm not sure if they're still on the server or not. And I was thinking about ending this here originally, but I decided I should take you guys to see the end farm, because that is actually still quite used because there's only so much in the end. So I decided to take you guys there and end my video there. But first I found I don't know, okay, my audio just cut out, sorry about that. I found a reindeer and a Santa Claus sleigh, and from here I head back to the Nether and I make my way to the end. Which, in retrospect, I could have cut out, but here we are. Here we are at the end, and it was a short distance from that rail because it was found around then. So, you enter this portal, and you're in a small room, and you just walk up here, and there's an end portal. From here, you take this path behind you, which normally you take a cart, but carts are broken in 1.7, so you spawn up to 5 blocks away, and that'd be a problem because the rail is floating above the void. So I had to sprint my way there, which takes a little bit of time. I was talking about how this is a simple ender. It's a 1 tower. It's got 2 modes where you can either kill the enderman, 1-hit kill, and get the XP, or you can hit a lever which retracts some pistons that make them fall a block further, so they end up killing themselves if you just need the ender pearls and don't need XP. And there is a regen and resistance beacon, so you do not need to eat to gain back your health, so you can just continue to punch. And I decided while I was here I should enchant something, so I decided to use the ender really quick. Those are actually my books, I just placed them in there for no reason because they were kind of pointless. So I decided I should just do a level 30 enchant, but I wanted to turn down the volume first. So I put a level 30 enchant on a iron pick. And it could have been better. It wasn't a great level 30 enchant. It wasn't worth the levels, but I was there, so I figured I needed something from it. And there we are, almost level 30. So I go and in the ender chest and make a pickaxe. This is why I carry iron on me. And then I realized I had a fortune book in the ender chest, so I'm going to put fortune on the pickaxe as well. And at this point I was talking about how if you have any suggestions on what I should do, if I should do some more server tours, if I should build something, try some redstone, maybe work on my base, leave a suggestion in the comments. I'll do whatever anyone says. I'm looking for plenty of ideas to actually make content about. If you have any tutorials as well, I will try to figure them out. But if you like the video, leave a like and a comment, maybe even subscribe if you want to see more of this content. But that is all really once I put this enchantment on. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.